Hello, I'm Rebekah Laur'en, Team Rayceen Productions, co-host and moderator.
I'm Erin Palmer, Team Rayceen Productions, co-host and moderator.
And I'm Rina, Team Rayceen Productions, co-host and moderator.
Hello, joining us are members of DC Roller Derby. How are you guys doing?
Hi, good. Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks so much for being here. Before we talk about DC Roller Derby, please tell the viewers a little bit about who you are and how long you've been involved with DC Roller Derby. And we will start with Full Metal Jackie.
Yeah, hi everyone. So yes, my name is Full Metal Jackie, but I go by Metal to keep it short and sweet. My pronouns are she, they, and I am the lead trainer for the wonderful DCRD roller derby team. I started skating in 2012 out in New York with Gotham Girls, then moved to Australia playing for Team Sydney, and then moved back here in 2019. Surprise, surprise, there was no derby going on for a couple of years. So then once it started getting back going, I started skating with DCRD in February of this year.
Great.
And I know we have Bunsen as well, so I'll hand it off to her.
Hi, I'm Bunsen BurnHer. I go by Bunsen, and my pronouns are she, her. I have been in the DC area for 7 years, and I've been skating with DC Roller Derby that whole time. I started my derby career with Charlotte Roller Derby down in Charlotte, North Carolina, and that was in 2013. So I'm 10 years into doing derby, playing derby, and I wear many hats in the league right now. I am one of our dues keepers, and I am a league rep for the Women's Flat Track Derby Association that we are a member of. And I'm currently the keeper of the history of the league because I am the longest standing member in the league at this moment in time.
Could you please tell us about the history of DC Roller Derby and your recent rebranding?
Sure. So DC Roller Derby was founded as DC Roller Girls in 2006. So we've been around for quite a number of years now. And we decided to change our name because we wanted it to fit actually who was members of the league. We are not girls, we are at least women, or we are non-binary or this kind of thing. And so we wanted to have a more gender neutral term in order to describe who our members actually are. So we are now rebranded as DC Roller Derby, and we are excited to continue the rebranding all the way through. And yeah, so I should also add that we are a member of the Women's Flat Track Derby Association. So we play flat track derby, which, as you can see in these images, we are not bank track, we are flat track, which gives us a lot more flexibility of where we can practice and where we can play. And we are proud members of the WFTDA.
Awesome. Well, what have been some of the challenges over the years?
So one of our biggest challenges is that DC is a very transient city. And so just like having members that stay in town, a lot of people come into DC for a couple of reasons and then stay for a couple of years and then leave. So that is one of the more challenging parts. We've also had a lot of issues with finding places to practice. For a number of years, we had a warehouse that we were practicing in, but once the pandemic started and it was very clear that we were not immediately going to be playing again, it was not feasible to maintain that warehouse. So one of our current practices is just having a consistent practice space that we can practice in as many times as we'd like, instead of being limited by the schedule of the location. So we're working on addressing that problem.
Yeah, and to add to that, another thing that's very interesting too, Bunsen and I always joke, obviously we've skated for 10 years plus, and this new era of derby, kind of as we call it, with the pandemic giving all of these leagues a break, you're actually starting to see leagues that have never existed before come together, leagues that were strong, 100 plus, that have kind of dissolved since then. So it really is kind of this new era of derby and a new era of DC roller derby. And a lot of us are kind of forging that new path and laying that groundwork, which is very exciting, but can also be intimidating, right, with the work that's kind of ahead of us. But we have a great group of people who I think are just ready and have proven this year to kind of get their hands dirty and dive into this new world.
Thanks so much for adding that, Metal, because I was going to ask in terms of challenges about COVID, and it's so interesting to hear it as an kind of a rebirth and a new opportunity for the group. And I'm wondering if you can tell us about some of your accomplishments that you're most proud.
Yeah, I think right off the bat, in February, we had a boot camp where we were able to successfully promote that. We had over 30 participants come in where we were doing basic training. A lot of those went from the basic training into our rec league. So they're still skating with us today, which is very exciting. I personally feel that we had a very successful season. Again, it was kind of the inaugural season of coming back, but also laying that groundwork for, what is DCRD going to look like in the years going forward. We also had our first bouts as well last in August, which was wildly successful. We had one of the best turnouts, which I know a lot of us, we weren't sure, where our fans were, who's still watching Derby, who even knows we exist. So to see us sell out and have that great show up, even though the air conditioning was broken, right? So we were all literally sweating it out together. It was amazing. And this positive affirmation that, yes, we are here. Yes, we are here to stay. And we're going to continue moving forward, getting new skaters, getting new sponsors, and really establishing ourselves as a prominent nonprofit sports league in DC.
Bunsen, do you have anything to add about what you view as the accomplishments of DC Roller Derby?
Yeah, so I want to add that one of the things I'm really proud about is that the league is still here. There, like Metal mentioned, there have been a lot of leagues that have, did not make it through the pandemic. And so I'm really excited that the league is still here and that we're still doing this thing. We are a volunteer-run organization, so none of us are getting paid to help run this nonprofit and organize the nonprofit and organize the things around the sport aspect of it as well as the business aspect. So a lot of work has gone into this league, the founding of it, the continuation of it, the growth and change that we've experienced many times over through the 10 plus years that it's been around. So I'm really proud that the league is still here. We're still doing it. Having that game was really, really exciting. When 2020 hit, it was sort of not clear what was going to happen and where we were going to go. So I'm really excited that we're here. And I'm really proud of that, and that we have all these new skaters that are coming in. And that's one of the things I'm very proud about.
That's wonderful. How can people get involved and support DC Roller Derby?
So,
Yeah.
Go ahead, Metal.
No, go ahead, Bunsen.
There are many ways that you can support us. One is showing up to our games. Coming out there and showing up to our games and supporting us and cheering us on is a great way to do that. If you're interested in skating, we're going to have a new boot camp that's going to start in the next year. So if you come in as a new skater, we do not expect you to know anything. We will teach you how to skate. We will teach you all the rules of roller derby, all of that stuff. So you can come in as naive as you want. If you have skating skills, that's great. You'll just move through quicker, and that's awesome. We also welcome transfers at any time. So if you've played roller derby somewhere else and are now living in the DC area and want to come skate with us, you are welcome to join us. There's an email on our website in order to contact us about that. And then we're always looking for volunteers. And that can be in a lot of different ways. So, one of the main ways is usually officiating. So we have both skating officials and non-skating officials that help run our games. And so if you're interested in sort of the nuts and bolts of what's happening on the track and want to be nerdy about rules, those are great people to get together with. I've had an awesome time with the non-skating officials community. While I've also been skating, I've been doing a little bit of that as well. And they're really fun nerds about spreadsheets. I love it. And then also, if you just want to help out and contribute in some way, in capacity, you have skills that you want to help us with the league, then we also welcome volunteers in any other capacity as well.
Yeah, so a fun fact to add to that, when I was first starting out as a little skater, Bebe, I was actually an NSO, which is a non-skating official. And for anyone that is interested in learning derby, not just skating, but learning the sport, joining and volunteering in that capacity is a great way to dive into the actual rules and regulations and gameplay. So shout out to my NSOs. Love all of them and love the rest, because without them, we can't really play. So
Well, I'm excited. I want to come check you guys out. So as we're talking about that, please tell us about what is up and coming for you guys.
yeah, so we are planning more bouts in the future. We are also very excited. We're going to do a new skater boot camp this winter. So please check out all of our social channels at DC Roller Derby and make sure that you're following us to get all of the latest and greatest news about when that is going to happen.
Awesome.
Great. And I'm just going to ask you to share again how our viewers can stay in touch with you and what's upcoming. If you can again share your social media, because that's one of the ways that our viewers are most likely to follow what you're working on.
Yes, this is the best way to get in touch with us and to follow us, know what's going on. We have some games coming up, some scrimmages. We are also going to be hosting a new skater intake this winter. So make sure to follow us at DC Roller Derby. And also on our website, you can sign up for a newsletter to make sure that we're giving you the specific dates and those sign up links right into your inbox.
Well, viewers, please take a look in the description below for those links. Bunsen and Metal, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for having us, and thank you for talking about our league.
To those watching, please follow Team Rayceen on social media.
Viewers, please also subscribe to the Team Rayceen YouTube channel.
And viewers, thank you so much for watching.